quite a few questions with this storm.
As the storm forms in the Atlantic, there's an awesome new tool for hurricane preparedness. We'll show you just ahead.
You miss a little. You miss a lot. Fox 26 News at 9 starts right now. And we are your Gulf Coast Weather Authority. Tropical storm Ernesto remains on its path toward the Gulf of Mexico. Good evening, everyone. I'm Don Teague. Melinda is off tonight, and so is Dr. Jim. But meteorologist John Dawson has taken over the reins of the Fox Rad Weather Center, and he is tracking this storm. JD?
Hi, Don. Yes, we are definitely keeping an eye on Ernesto. And it's very common for a storm, whether it be a hurricane or a tropical storm, to kind of go through cycles of strengthening and weakening. And Ernesto definitely going through one of those strengthening, and you can tell in the last 4 hours. Watch how the dark reds begin to pop up. That's signs of bigger and more organized thunderstorms. And I shouldn't say necessarily more organized, but looking much better. No eye yet that we would typically see, but the hurricane hunters are out there investigating, and I think the 10 p.m. update will bring us some new information about Ernesto. But one thing for sure is the computer models have been consistent in their forecasting for the next couple of days, and that's keeping it in the Caribbean, keeping these models nice and tight together. And as they proceed on for the next 24 to 48 hours, then you begin to see a little bit of a difference, and they definitely begin to show a difference as far as how strong Ernesto would develop. Most of these down here to the south keep it in a weaker form. If they go further to the north, it's more of a hurricane strength. Locally, though, it's been very warm. We'll have a lot more information on Ernesto a little bit later on, but we want to talk about the heat here locally as well, because it has been very warm and humid and just downright muggy this evening. We do have some rain to talk about in that 7-day forecast. Lots more details coming up in a few minutes.
While we watch Ernesto, the Red Cross wants you to be ready for any storm. They have launched a new hurricane app for your smartphone. Greg Rugen is live in the newsroom with that part of the story. Greg?
Yeah, nothing like a storm churning in this general direction to add a little spark to a product launch. Fact is, when it comes to being ready, this high-tech offering will fit right in and very likely do some good. When it comes to hurricanes, Greater Houston and the Texas Gulf Coast have plenty of painful history. It's why swirling clouds and gale force winds 2,300 miles away snatch and hold our attention. For emergency managers, complacence is as much the enemy as a potentially destructive storm.
Know what's happening. What's the path of the storm? How fast is it moving? When will it impact our area? And be well prepared, well in advance of it making landfall. Not while there's water coming across the road, but days ahead of time.
It's a level of alert and planning made more accessible by a freshly released high-tech tool, courtesy of folks who've weathered their fair share of powerful storms.
An app is mobile. It's able to let people do it on the fly.
Free of charge, the Red Cross Hurricane app for smartphones delivers a potentially life-preserving array of pre- and post-storm guidance and real-time information. Everything from NOAA weather alerts to the location of shelters.
It's going to be in your pocket wherever you go.
It's really forward-thinking of the Red Cross to go ahead and pull the trigger on this.
At Houston's Weather Museum, we asked meteorologist Jason Luzzi to put the Red Cross Hurricane app through a practicality test. He was rapidly impressed.
You can also, from this app, which is a really amazing feature, you can pop onto here and go to different social media platforms, and you can send an "I'm okay" alert to all of your friends and let them know, hey, I'm out of harm's way, I'm safe.
From its checklists to its survival tips, the Red Cross app earned both a rave review and the best kind of endorsement, a pledge to pass it on.
I'm going to pop this out, and they're going to say, this is great, and it's a free app, so there's no hang-ups about that, and it has tremendous utility. I don't think you could go wrong with it.
You can get the Red Cross Hurricane app absolutely free at the Apple App Store or Google Play Store for Android. One other thing, emergency managers are asking folks who will likely need help in the event of an evacuation to register now, just in case. It's easy, just dial 211 and answer a few questions.
Greg, thank you. Well, your traffic authority has a weekend closure to tell you about. Here is a live look at the Southwest Freeway out